They don't even say. What are we going to see here? But we're here to see the 40th anniversary of Rad. We'll make this part of the midweek update video. Welcome back to the channel. It's your midweek update video. We do have a few things to talk about this week. We had this off in the background last week, if you noticed. But we did pick up the new Losi asphalt late model car. Very cool. It is basically the Losi NASCAR Grom-based vehicle. We haven't drove it yet. I'm waiting to go through it and do all the race car things, you know, clean the bearings and all that good stuff. We do have a body. I don't have it today, but we do have a body held for us at Anderson RC, a clear body. We may attempt to do this over here. That was just a quick rendering I did the other day on the old AI, and it looks pretty cool. We may try to paint our new body like that. If you haven't seen these cars yet, I guess the only gripe I have, it's kind of a good, bad thing, is I really like the clipless body. But what you have to give up for that clipless body is some detail in the body. Right here, you have two big dimples that are under this decal. And the new body does not come with this bracketry. So you have to buy the plastic separately. The hard plastic stuff, you get the body, obviously. You can reuse your factory stuff, obviously. You just take it out and put it in the new body. But if you wanted to preserve this body and save it for any reason, you're going to have to cut a hole right through the decal to get to the screws to pull that bracket out. Same with the rear. If you take the rear off, I think you're going to lose your spoiler because that's part of the body system. And it's a pretty simple system. But as you can see, I think that's the bracket that bolts. That is the bracket that bolts the spoiler to the car. And then there's your front body mount system. So not a big gripe. I like the clipless look. But on the bright side, you can, easy enough, you can put the NASCAR body mounts on here. You may have to change a few things back here on this brace. But the front's already there. And the rear, there is provisions for. I think it bolts right through here on the NASCAR. I have to get my car down and look at it. But it is the same shock towers and all. It's just a rear diffuser, and the rear body section or the chassis section that unbolts is different. We are going to race this car whenever there is a class. I don't know what people are thinking as far as rules. Another, I guess my 2 cents would be, with the cup cars should be the fastest, obviously. This shouldn't be like a modified class or anything like that. I think this ought to be like 75% throttle. And then do your cup cars 100%. Just opinion. Tell me what you think. What do you want to do with it? You want to put a brushless system in it and make it ridiculous? Because it's not going to be any different than the NASCAR as far as handling wise. Because it's identical chassis. And the tires most likely are the same. But that's it for New Car Wednesday. We're going to jump into working on the giveaway car. So let's get the wrenches out, take that thing apart, get it cleaned up. And then we'll come back and talk about some stuff we got in the mail today. All right, guys, time has come to clean up the old RJ Speed car and get it ready for the giveaway. Before we give it away, we're going to run it. We're actually going to race it and show you that it is a raceable car, at least in breakout. And it'll have a little bit of race history on it when whoever the lucky winner is gets the car. It may have a few scuffs on it when we get done, but it will be off the track. Obviously, these tires are trash. We're just going to tear it down, get it ready to clean up, and then once we get a new set of tires on it, we'll mount the body up and be closer to race day. All right, guys, we got the chassis cleaned up. I did end up pulling the pod off. I want to make some changes on how it was mounted. I'm not sure if that was mounted correctly or not. I do have an instructions manual somewhere around here because I had one of these in the past. So we're going to go over that. These T-plates do not have your typical pan car pivot balls in them. It just has a screw with some silicone tubing. And after a little bit of age, it starts to let the pod wander around. I'm going to look into some kind of possible spacer that would swivel or swivel on it a little bit freer. But we'll have to do some research on that and see exactly what we can do. This is as far as we're going to get this week on this build. We have to go to the hobby shop. I haven't made it there this week. We're going to go Thursday, tomorrow. You got to pick up some new body posts just to get them all matching. That's an aesthetic thing. And like I said before, we're going to try to get another bumper. This bumper would flatten out just fine. It's just Kydex. But I'd like to get a fresh one that's never been deformed. So, because this is on the wall side, obviously it gets turned down a little bit. But yeah, that is as far as we're going to get this week. Come back next week, we'll get this thing in assembly mode, get the body mounted on it. I do have to pick up fresh tires, of course. Those tires were rotted completely. So it ought to be a pretty quick, easy build. Then we'll get to race it, and then we'll figure out how we're going to give it away. So stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe. But that's it for the giveaway car this week. We're going to check out some of the other stuff we got in the mail today, and yeah, let's go check it out. All right, guys, first thing, by popular demand, we did pick up Eric a microphone. So he may or may not be here tonight. If he is, we're going to mic him up, and you won't miss any of his colorful commentary. So stay tuned. But other than that, we did get a little small package today. It's got random stuff for a couple of builds. Slowly but surely collecting parts. I think I'm going to put the Masami car on hold. I had a bunch of parts put back that I was going to order. And after adding it up, and then Associated doing what they do best, releasing another RC10 this week. When they released the factory team car, it doesn't make sense to me to build a tricked out Masami car, at least not with our budget. When we can buy the factory team car that we would like to race it in at least one of the ONS races, probably towards July. I don't know if we'll make the Virginia stop. But it makes sense just to buy the factory team car. It's got all the doodads already on it. All those hop-ups that I had saved were about the equivalent to that car. So I think we're going to go with the factory team car because I like it. And I just can't justify spending $300-400 on hop-up parts for the Masami car when I should just build it. If I build it, I'll build it stock and as a tribute car. And or we might sell it. I don't know. And speaking of selling things, we do have 3 items on eBay right now to raise some funds. I think I'm going to cut my losses on racing multiple classes on Dirt Oval. I think we're going to focus on the 13.5 late model and have fun with the street stock because it's not super serious class. So we're going to sell the midget. It's already been up. I think the auction ends on Saturday. I'm going to go through things as we move along and try to upgrade and update. I will probably let some other stuff go. And I don't know about y'all, but I usually have to sell something to get something, and nothing's changed there. So we're just going to move things around, rearrange, sell one thing to buy more trinkets. And that first batch of stuff, well, this is last month's YouTube paycheck. Thanks for all your support. We got a stack of, we got a $200 off factor coupon. We got a few J Concepts parts for future builds and some upgrades on some of my other cars. I did pick up a T2 shock tower because I have the pink chassis that I want to build. I picked up 2 RC10T shock towers because I'm either going to build my 10T or I'll need one for this truck. And mine is showing its age. And I might just put it on there to freshen it up on my yellow car. More stuff for the 4-wheel drive RC10. That's the 10T again. We got the front shock tower because we do have the Fan RC carbon tub. And so might as well get some carbon shock towers, front and rear. And then what we got here, this is the 10T rear shock tower. So I have a full set for a stock standard 10T, which I have not built yet. And I think there's one item that was not in stock, and that is a shock tower for the RC10 Classic because I do have a Factory Works shock tower that runs the B6 wing mounts, and they had this in stock at the track that we were racing at down at World of RC Parts. They didn't have a matching front, so I went ahead and got a J Concepts front shock tower. It may be a little off because J Concepts does have the little fluted machine work in it, but it'll match better than fiberglass in the front and carbon in the back. So not sure if we want to put that on a Heritage car or not. I'm still trying to keep that car as true as possible. Small shocks, short arms, all the good things. Only problem with short arms, we can't run modern wheels because they won't let the steering radius work. They rub the arms. Unless you run the wheel backwards like we ended up doing towards the end of that race. But that's all the doodads we have for today. We'll put this in the box of the four-wheel drive. I think we may have enough stuff to get started on that car. I'm debating on what color we're going to dye the parts. Thinking about doing some neon colors to go with the carbon. I think that would be sweet. But I'm not sure yet. Black's always an easy go-to. It looks really clean and nice. And if we do the neon, we don't like it, we can always make it, always go darker after that. But as for Sunday's video, right now, I got a few things that I could possibly do. Last couple of weeks, I've been ahead, and I've fallen off the wagon a little bit, and we are kind of behind again. We may, if we don't go to the track Friday, we may, or Thursday, possibly, maybe. There's a rally track that we might be able to hit up. If we don't get to the track this weekend we'll be painting a PR7 so we can get to the track next week and shake that car down. And we'll race the Losis, obviously, next week if we do go to the track with the PR7. So we're not racing against the Losis, but you know what I'm saying. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again for all the continued support. Let me know if the camera looks any better. And tell me what you think about all of our doodads that we're collecting here. And hit subscribe while you're down there, and check out the links, of course, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Pushing buttons. Whatever I just did there.
All right, Eric showed up, and he's got a mic now. Say hello to the crowd, Eric.
I'm back here. You can't see me, but I'm back here.
Oh, but he brought some more trinkets and doodads for what we're putting this on.
This will be for the Reefs XP10 Founders Edition.
So, if you go back and watch our unboxing video, we did 2 of them.
I think you actually unboxed number 115, right?
It was 115, and
that's the
114 was already open.
Yeah, 114 was already open. Some guy bought it. 115 sat over there for however long, and I kept debating, do I want to buy it? Do I want to buy it? And then after watching Logan from West Desert Wheeler, shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Watched him beat the snot out of his. I was like, I'm sold. I guess I'll go get the other one.
Yeah.
So I ended up with number 115 out of 250 of the Reefs trucks.
So if there's anybody out there that knows how to get the Bradley body or what the situation is there, Bradley Fine Line.
Buy them.
I don't know if you, yeah, I guess he's, but it was the Founder Edition body. I thought you had to be somebody.
Maybe they have them individually numbered, and maybe I could hit them up and do whatever, but
maybe
I got a painter.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
We're
going to do our own.
No shade to Bradley Fine Design. He does a really nice
he's
job.
Definitely a lot more capable than I am. But, yeah. We'll get the free cool paint job. But we'll do our own.
Yeah. It's already got a clear body with it, the plague body that comes on it.
Yeah.
I forgot. I got my bed for out there in the truck.
So what we got here?
That's the 1100. That's your big boy.
That's a big one.
And that's in brass. So
big and heavy.
Yeah, go ahead and put your pawpaws on and read them specs off the back there.
Yeah, what we got going here? I don't know if I can even read that.
Squint.
Yes, go ahead with the pawpaws. We got the magnetic angle sensor, military grade construction, pulse width, modulation control, 4-pole brushless motor. It weighs 5.29 ounces. And let's see, here's the good stuff. 760 ounces at 6 volts.
Uh-huh. Now, what does it do on 8.4?
1,100 ounces. It'll take the truck and twist it apart.
Yeah.
Speed, we got 0.16, 0.12 on 8.4. And, yeah, that's pretty awesome. That ought to be more than enough
And then
juice to turn
how
wheels.
you get to 8.4 volts,
BEC.
or that, like that one dude said, my Beck.
I got my back.
I kept listening to that dude call it a Beck, and I'm like, what is he talking about? And then finally he showed us, and I was like,
Oh, that's like NOS.
BEC. Okie dokie.
That's the NOS of crawling. A beck. Looks like a little
Yeah, a little
casket
coffin
thing. Pretty neat. It's even machined. Got nice little fancy machined edges, laser etched logos.
I could have been that guy and put, you know, like a ProTech or a Reedy or ND SRC, whatever, or somebody else's servo in it, but there's already a couple guys that's done that, and
Yep.
I've kind of been eyeballing that brass Reefs 1100 for a while since it come out, and since it's not like direct power where you have to wire anything in, it's just plug and play.
This would be equivalent to LS swapping your Mustang. So we got to put the reefs into reefs.
Easy killer. I'm just saying.
Didn't reefs have a speed control motor thing coming out soon?
Probably. I've seen a couple people run the Holmes Hobbies 2-in-1, which is
That's who I'm thinking. I think
very, very
Hobby
close.
just came out with a 2-in-1.
But the reason I went with that one specifically on the Elite versus a Pro is because between the two, from what I was told, the Pro will run 3-cell, the Elite will run 4. So I'm probably going to run a small,
is shorter.
Run a 4S pack smaller that'll fit on the little slider tray.
I think it's a bigger motor because I think the Pro that I have in my go-to truck is a 2100 for some reason, or 22.
So that one should have
Maybe
a
it's
little
higher
bit of,
kV for higher voltage and all that. Cause I don't know all the.
it's the same as going fast. It's higher,
Technicalities.
higher kV, higher
Lower.
voltage. The more power, the more yank you have, the more dynamic torque or whatever they call on it. And it actually has FOC, so that's pretty nice.
Nice. I like the stubbiness. That's what you need in your VRD. Yeah. It's packed full, but it's all in there.
Yeah.
I made it work. 2 years running, we're going to go run that thing soon.
Yeah.
And, of course, for cleanliness, we got the antenna-less receiver for his rugged Spectrum radio.
That'll just make it somewhat nicer of an install, not having to deal with a random wire pointing in a random direction because there's no antenna holder on that chassis.
You can't really mount an antenna mount in a crawler to make it look fancy at all.
And it's 3 channels, so if I ever do decide to put a winch on it, because the truck does have 2 fair leads, one front, one rear, and it has a spot where you can mount a winch servo on the frame rail. If I ever do decide, I got a 3-channel, and the radio I have, the DX5R rugged, it's more than capable of running that for it. So
yeah,
I don't know that I'd run it for a winch to actually hook to an obstacle to pull myself up, but what they call a suck down winch. So you run the winch line down to your own axle.
so when you're going kind of dig.
Well, when you're going up an obstacle, you winch the front end down to the front, and it makes it to where it won't tip over and go backwards as easy.
Now, don't get us wrong. We have not done a comp. I did one so far. And it was about 10 years ago.
I think mine's probably been like mid-2000s.
It was
NC.
DFD Trails, or not DFD. The one over in Trinity that's not there anymore. I did that.
I know which one you're talking about, but I never went to it.
I went once. It was fun. And I said, always, it's like going racing. I'm going back. And it's been 12 years.
Mine was mid-2000s with the NCSC RC crawlers. And we had sportsman class, which was shaft drive, no dig. And then we had a slightly bigger class that would allow to run dig, or you could run motor on axle. I think back then it was just like tire size limits. So it was either 1.9 or 2.2. And then they had super class, which was, back then it was en route Bergs that fully done were like 1,500 to 2,000, probably even higher than that once it's built. And I'm like, no thank you. Right. So I was running the old fat axle AX10 with all the doodads on it. And then just kind of stopped comping, just started going out and scale running and trail running. And then the crawler community kind of dispersed and everybody started doing their own thing. And then But it is one part of the segment I keep going back to is crawling, because it's arguably, to me, the most fun you can do by yourself and going somewhere.
That's the whole point. What I like about it, I like just to get out in the woods and get away from everything, get away from all the noise, and just go play in the woods I guess like you did as a kid.
Yeah.
But it's good for exercise too. I did try to do that last year and tried to do my 7-mile path. We got a 7-mile trail that goes in a circle up here around the lake, and I need to hit that up some more. Now let's turn winter again today, but once it gets once it comes spring, before it gets 100 degrees, we'll try to get out there again, because we got to shed a few pounds before we go see the doctor again. She was mad at me last year.
But, yeah, my doctor's like, "Do you want me to help you lose weight?" And I'm like, "Oh, do you have crack?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, what do you suggest?" And he's like,
Exercise and diet.
And I'm like, "No, thank you."
No.
And he's like, "Well, I mean, your body mass index." And I'm like, "All right, well, since you won't give me a number, you just keep telling me every time I come here I could stand to lose some weight," which, no doy. You got good eyesight. What else is new?
Yeah, your eyes work.
I'm like, what is my number? What's my BMI to my height? And that dude was like, probably 220-ish. And I'm like, "Brother, man, I ain't been 220 since like 9th grade. I mean, that's a testament to me toting all around this awesomeness my whole life.
Yeah, really.
But,
it's all muscle.
Yeah, it might be relaxed muscle, but I mean, it's still there.
It's there.
I mean, I graduated at like 250. The biggest I ever got was when I went to the hospital, and then I whittled down from what I went in at down to like 280s, and then I've kind of fluctuated. I've been right there at it. Now, I know I haven't really changed my ways, but I have upped all the exercise part that I can. I just need to get a hold of the eating and drinking better before
The drinking of sugary drinks, not drinking.
Yeah, just between me, you, and this here microphone that's picking up everything I'm saying, I did stop and get me a Sprite and a peanut butter grandma's cookie on the way, because my sugar was dropping.
Yeah, there you go. Get a little lightheaded. You
I don't want to be road raging on the way over here on an empty stomach. So I was like, I need me something. So I got me, $80.01 worth of fuel in the truck. And the reason I got 80.01 was because I couldn't stop it, and it stopped on 79.01. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna bump it to 80.
We're going to get it.
And then stupid me got 80.01. And then I went and got me a Sprite and a cookie before I come over here.
That'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's about all we got going on so far. Can we talk about that or no?
Oh yeah, we can.
What are we doing here?
Well, it's a not so secret project.
No, there it is.
Yeah, I've had it for a while. I haven't really done much with it except do some wheel and tire swapping on it. Still haven't run it, even though there's a little dirt on the tires. I think I got that from setting it on the shelf at the shop today after I blowed all the dust off of it with an air compressor.
They're still clean.
But I haven't ran it. I did the RPM wide arm front. So it's wider in the front. I lowered it down a little bit, and then I put the Traxxas late model wheels and tires, Mud Boss wheels and tires, whatever they call the thing.
Late model,
it was Mud Boss when they first come out.
Yeah, when they stole the name.
And then, so I put those on it, but it's just your average run-of-the-mill Rustler VXL. And I thought, I've always wanted one. Like I said, I bought that, and I've had it for a few years now. And I thought it would be cool to kind of maybe do a comparison between the speed run stuff, showing you what you can do just out of the box, how fast cars can go ready to run, versus having to build something to go fast with, like we did with the Hornet and the Grasshopper. And
all the struggles we went through to get that thing to 70.
Yeah, and this thing will do it out of the box.
This thing's supposed to do it out of the box.
Yeah, it'll do it out of the box on the 3S and a speed gear.
Yeah.
So it's stock gearing.
And they're a handful to keep on the ground at anything over 40. So, yeah.
But it's still stock, pretty much everything with the exception of wheels, tires, and the front end kit, which is a RPM, just a wide kit to make it a little bit wider to even the stance out. But I had 8 scale adapters on it and 8 scale wheels and tires. And then I saw somebody have those wheels and tires on it, and I was like,
they look good, but I'm sure somebody's going to comment, those are not speed rated. They're not belted.
They probably aren't. But
They're probably not, but neither are balloon tires, comical tires on lunchbox wheels that go 76 miles an hour.
Because this thing, if nothing else, it looks really good with those on it, I thought.
Yeah. I like the more symmetrical look.
Yeah. Squared setup, because the other setup I had on it was 8 scale. And it was a little bit of a staggered fit.
And if you're curious, it does fit on a Dragon Punch carbon fiber car stand, barely.
Yeah. The front tires touch the counter, but it's on there.
To be short course approved, you'd have to either move these down here or
make
the car up.
Make a longer
standard. If you move these down a hole too, it would move the car up and it would get it off the ground.
Yeah.
And it would center the weight. Or about 2-inch leg on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got 2 of these. I built the other one the other day off camera.
Huh.
Got the Jam and J bug on it in the room. Did some spring cleaning. I talked about it earlier. Trying to regroup and focus on a car versus buying all the stuff to build the Masami car, when I could just buy a car with everything on it for the same price as all the parts.
This is true.
And I wasn't in love with the 89 either. I mean, it's cool. We might just keep it on the shelf, or who knows.
Because you did buy it, and then you kept saying, man, if only they'd come out with a 91. And then they come out with a 91. And
I didn't jump on it because, and they're getting few and far between. They're still out there. There's some, I think World RC Parts has a couple still, because they got like 8 or 10 of them in when they first got them.
Now that the 91's been out, now you have the team car or whatever it is.
The factory team.
Yeah.
That's got all the big bores and the big ball cups, like B6 ball cups and all that. So, and hex, 12 millimeter hex all the way around, so you can run modern wheels that bolt right up.
So literally, it's the factory options with all the doodads that you're going to put on any of the models.
It's everything that everybody has done. So it's not controversial. A few people have complained a little bit about it. Like, there's no way that's legal. Well, it's legal because that's exactly what we're doing already.
Yeah.
And not in heritage class, but in the 17.5, 13.5, absolutely. So I have no issues with it, and we got one on order. So whenever it comes into our local hobby shop, we're going to go pick it up.
And my only gripe, if I had one, and I do, is we've got...
Watch them come out of factory team 10T.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We've got literally 2 versions of a 10T, the regular and the Clifflet. And then now we have 11 versions of an RC10.
I hadn't kept track because...
I'm pretty sure it's 11 now that the 91 and the factory team car has dropped. I'm pretty sure it's 11.
Clear, the 40th, the...
And I'm not even really counting...
J Halsey. Not even counting the clear one, but...
Yeah.
But then you got the 40th.
Throw it in there.
Yeah, can, because it did come out first. The clear, the 40th, Jam and J, the... Kenwald.
The 89.
89, 91, the graphite.
Graphite.
Team car. I ran out of fingers. 4-wheel drive. I don't really count, but but it is an RC10. And then the 24, and then the green one,
the Vegas car,
the gold. They had a metallic gold car.
Yeah, I always forget that one.
Yeah, because it looks the same.
So I'm pretty sure that's 11. It's either 10 or 11.
And now the
2
tractor
trucks.
team and 2 trucks. So I wouldn't be surprised that another truck.
And then 2 gas trucks, a regular RC10 GT and a Saxton edition.
Yep. So I'm at any minute now. There's either going to be a factory team T2 or 10T or a T2, seeing how it was the last pan truck. But they got all the tooling for a factory team 10T.
Mm-hmm. And then the question is, it's like, well, I've got a Brian Kenwald buggy, and no offense to people that like buggies, I'm more of a truck guy. So what I'm planning on doing is turning that RC10 Kenwald buggy into an RC10T Kenwald truck that they never made.
And Kenwald didn't race 10. Yeah, he did. Well, maybe. I don't know my history.
I think he did, but at the same time...
It was about the time he went to Losi, and he ran the double X's and stuff.
So I would like to do a what-if scenario. And with that being said, I don't necessarily think that it needs to be 100% true to what I feel he would have done.
This is going to be our
I could have some creative differences with it.
Your own interpretation of what to have the vibe and the feel.
And then the one thing that I really wanted to drive that point home was the iridium carbon shock tower on the rear. And then I luckily colored carbon had one set left out of 3 that he had ever made. And I got the last set. I bought a front tower, rear tower, battery brace, and some other stuff just to use the rear tower.
Yeah.
So somebody out there, or it's just going to be in the parts bin, I'll have an iridium front tower and some other doodads because I'm only using the rear.
Yeah. It'll have the look. The spirit of.
I think it'll translate well to a truck.
Yeah.
What makes it a buggy, just turn it into a truck and then do some cool stuff to it.
The nose plate on the buggy is just machined a little bit, but you can polish the edges of the truck nose plate. And use the motor plate. Truck arms.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
And leave them white.
Well, yeah, get truck arms, arm mounts, and
see, that's the beauty. I've still got 2 more 10T trucks chilling. I've got one that I want to make into a oval truck, whether that's dirt, asphalt, whatever.
We do have a vintage truck class at our local track for now, and that's possible, oval.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sweet builds being done at the moment.
Yeah. What's that dude's name? Lead Fine A-Hole?
Yeah, the Lead Fed A-Hole's building a really fancy purple colored carbon, purple and neon yellow chassis. Just got off his powder coat back, got his carbon in. He's putting that together. Plus, he's got a clifflet that's pretty sweet looking. And he's got a double X or triple X that looks awesome. It's pretty custom, and that one was a little controversial, so he had to build some 10Ts.
Yeah, because he built the Losi, said he was going to go and monkey stomp some of the RC10Ts, and then everybody's like, well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. We run 10Ts.
Yeah, we're running 10Ts, also. And he's like, all right, I can do that too.
I got you.
If you want to put a cap on it,
next time we get down to that track, we will, if their trucks are there, we'll definitely film some of that. And
but this, like everything else, is just kind of a what if.
Pet project.
Just because I wanted to. So I've got a Rustler VXL. Yeah. I've got a Rustler VXL. I've got a Stampede Bigfoot that is now a VXL because they apparently never made that version in a brushless.
Nope.
And then I have a Slash 2-wheel drive that's built with a lot of old school doodads you can't find anymore. And it's built ready to go VXL brushless as well. So I have a Slash 2-wheel drive, Rustler 2-wheel drive, and a Bigfoot 2-wheel drive.
I got my Stampede project. I collected some parts for it last year, and it just never happened.
It's sitting right there in the floor, looking all dirty and whatnot.
Well, that's how I bought it. I bought 2 of them really cheap on Marketplace for like $75 a piece.
That is my first hobby grade RC that I ever got that wasn't secondhand. That was my first new one, and that's why it's always been my go-to for everything.
Pink shocks. There's some pink other accessories like the lower chassis braces. I'm going to dye the chassis black. And Datsun donated some
cool wheels and tires.
I got to figure out what body, either the van or.
I don't see you as a van guy.
I'm not a van man, but it is. I like the odd body.
But a van, or since we went and watched Rad, you can do that hauler.
Yeah, we did have a set of these.
Ranger tires and Midwest wheels. I think that's what they are.
So, something along that line. I like to paint that beadlock whatever color we did the body.
Well, I don't think it'd be too hard.
No.
Did he glue?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I could make like a vinyl, like a wheel dot.
I'm just saying, you could, because it does say Ranger on it, or Rangers. You could maybe take the S off and get the J Concepts Ranger body.
Yeah.
And you can be Ford effing Ranger.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That would be a theme.
But that was the first 2.2 tire that they come out with. And then they come out with the Mini Renegades, the King Flings, and something else. That's like the only set of 2.2s that they make that I didn't buy or haven't bought yet.
I think that's what the guy that was racing his the year before last at the vintage race had these on there. The one guy had the Raptor body, the other one did have the van.
But yeah, race hauler style paint scheme, that'd look cool. like Mongoose, Haro, Hutch, Redline.
Yeah, we're all doing bunny hops and popping wheelies after watching Rad Sunday night. So, thinking about doing some kind of themed van of sorts, either one of the lunch boxes on our wheelie class takeover next January.
Yeah.
Or July, whenever we.
Whichever.
Yeah. So
because the nice lunchbox that's in there is kind of ineligible for all the doodads and trinkets on it, so you have to run a stock one, and I think you have to run a stock motor, 27 turn, and maybe some bearings, and I think that's about it.
Well, most of the comical classes hand out, so they give you just a silver can. It might be a sport tuned, but it's handout.
So I've got another lunchbox, black edition, just not even opened, and
we'll put a Lexan body on it and make it cool. Oh, well, we can use paint stock body too.
Yeah, either or.
Because they ran the Lexan body at that last race, so. Of course, the comical class at the ONS was... it
was all over the place.
There was clodbusters. there was wheelie cars. There was
Chris
the
Hackinson,
comical.
was running a regulator clodbuster, similar to that one. And then one dude was running the six-wheeler school bus. I think he won. Then there was a comical grasshopper or hornet. And then there was like a holiday buggy.
Yeah, the
some kind of weird
buggy. DF something jazzy.
With big tires on it.
Yep.
They look like they was having
fun. Who cares? Run them all.
Dirt, I think, broke his, and I'm not sure what he broke, but I think he was running a Midnight Pumpkin or a lunchbox, but he broke something during qualifying and couldn't make the mains.
Had to be a steering block or something, because that's the only thing it was.
He had some bad luck. I imagine he had a really good time, but he had some bad luck. He broke one of his comical in the qualifier, and then I think they said that his car broke down either to dinner after the race or on the way back from dinner after the race. His actual car that he was driving, and he had to go take it somewhere to a shop and get it worked on. And I don't think that he made a lot of the races that he signed up for, and I could be wrong. But I did see that Jason Ruona won his class in buggy. I sent him a message this morning. I was like, look, the boss man putting in work. And he gave me a big thumbs up. So
keep shaking them trees.
I'm telling you, I'm on top of it. I hit up Mitchell Stapleton again on Instagram and reiterated that he has a car to run if he wants to come race. All he has to do is show up.
Say when.
And
we'll figure it out.
So he's aware of that. And then, like I was telling him earlier, all this is for the Reese truck. I've got a 3D printed bed insert that fits into the stock rear bed and mounts to the little factory one stud mount.
Yeah.
And then my wheels are ordered. RC Forged Mini or RC Mini Forged or whichever one it is. I got some of their 1.9s. Those have shipped. Waiting on those to come in. From there, it's put this stuff in it. Paint the body, and then I got to get all the stuff to put the wheels together because those wheels don't come with rings, no rings, no hardware, no hubs.
So I guess they're drilled generically to
you can either buy Vanquish SLW hub pattern or SSD. So I bought Vanquish because I know those guys I know what their product is and put a lot of faith in it.
You may have an extra set or something left over from those two builds.
It's possible.
It's possible. That's looking in boxes. We got to do some. We got to do some inventory around here and see what all we do have and don't have, because I've been trying to throw all my RC10 stuff in the RC10 box, and then I went ahead and ordered 2 sets of shock towers. Yeah, that was smart. So, Chris, if you need a set of carbon shock towers, we can do some wheeling and dealing on that body you just ordered. So, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll hit you up first.
So I think it covers the Rustler, covers the XP10 stuff, covers your Stampede, covers what you're wanting to do with the new RC10 buggy that just got released.
I want to build that one for the race in July. So that's our one big stop for sure before the vintage race. Well, I do want to run the dirt oval race in April. But as far as the big to do, another trip to Florida for the last ONS race, simply because the second stop is too close to the end of the month. I work in a body shop, and you know how that works. End of the month is the end of the world, and also it's like 2 weeks before, 10 days before my family vacation. So why is that on?
Because you're painters.
I remember now. I turned that on for my brother-in-law. He put air in the tire in his trailer.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There's the fantasy build. We got a body dropped
Now I can sit down.
SEX 30 with the
fat
upside down chassis. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get that body on there. We're gonna do some whittling
This is true.
because the cab, the back of the cab needs to be shaved off
To fit.
down onto said chassis. So it's a little.
Yep.
We got wires and such.
I think if you cut it up to the bed floor, that would be enough, or do you have to go above
I
that?
think I can cut it to the bed floor, and that's going to gain me enough to get it down onto the frame flat. Maybe.
If they just take
I'm not opposed to cutting the floor out because I do have a bed cover. Now, if I didn't have a bed cover, I could make one. And I did attach the bed. It's going to be permanent. I'm not going to try to do anything fancy where the bed comes off. Or I like the full truck. I don't want to do a cab only because this is going to be a scale truck, not a comp vehicle. I would like some reverse wheels. These wheels need to be a little wider. I mean, they fit perfect, stock looking, but I want them slightly over stock plus, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think if you moved in pegs.
It's off.
Move this pad there.
Yeah.
Move the Anderson RC pit mat. We got clearance on the other side.
Well,
Yeah, it happens.
it will hold a 10 scale 2-wheel drive stadium truck.
Yeah, that's what it was mostly designed for, the
That
vintage
or a
off-road
buggy.
scene. So I think that's all for Doodad Wednesday. At least this round.
There's always more.
There's more.
Because,
That's nothing.
yeah,
That needs to be wiped off and reorganized.
this is true.
Because,
There's a lot of stuff on there that,
yeah, it's a lot of me. And then a couple of them are done. So, not done, but done. The Grominator's done. Track's done. I already went over that last week. Or week before last.
well, you always got to reiterate.
Yeah.
See, look.
There. That's the movie we just saw. There's the autograph from
Crew Jones,
Crew Jones.
number 33. And touching on that, I'd never watched that movie before. They didn't warn me. I'm not calling them out,
Just saying.
but I'm just saying, my man cut the track a few different times during qualifying, so he's cheating.
Yep.
I didn't know this at the time. Him and Tube Sock were like just over there enjoying it because they watched it when it come out new, and this is the first time I've ever seen it, other than seeing little clips here and there on YouTube.
It's been a minute. I was 12.
And then, meeting the guy that played Crew Jones, what's his name, Alan something. He was at Rad Rides
I'm
at
not
the
a
park.
super fan, but yeah, we did get autograph on the truck last year.
Yeah,
Bill Allen.
yeah, I know it was Alan something.
Yeah, Bill Allen.
Met him last year at the Rad Rides at the park in Tanglewood, which was pretty cool, but I was taking his pictures. So, we go to watch it because I was like, well, this is pretty cool. He brought it up. And he's like, Rad's coming out theater. And I'm like, tickets are bought. 7 o'clock Sunday night. And he goes, well, I guess I'm seeing it. So then I told Tube Sock. He went ahead and bought a ticket for him. I think he said he watched it in '86 when it came out, and he was in the military stationed in Panama.
Yeah, Panama on a base.
On a base, watching Rad when it come out. And here I am, all these years later in 2026, watching it with them, enjoying it for all its 80s goodness. They didn't tell me this dude was cheating. I'm like, man, how's this dude gonna cheat? And the whole movie paints Mongoose BMX bikes in a bad light because of the owner.
Bad guys.
Yeah, they're the bad guys. But then the good guys riding a Mongoose too. So I mean, who do you pull for?
It's corporate.
Like Hutch, Redline, GT. And then at the end of the movie, they had a pretty cool little documentary about the real guy, who's Eddie Fiola,
The guy that did
King
all
of the Concrete.
stunts. All of the stunts. He was
The
two characters.
Flatland. He even did the riding for Aunt Becky, Lori Laughlin, in the movie. So if that scene where he jumps up on the little seating arrangement, like if you're staring at his hind end, that ain't Aunt Becky from
hers.
Full House. That's Eddie Fiola's rear end. So caution if you watch Rad, don't get too invested.
Yeah, hang around for the end credits or after the credits.
If they do that, depending on where you're at. But I think they're actually.
I think that's part of the 40th deal, and then it's.
And I think they're playing it again tomorrow. I think. Which I may or may not go and see it again. I don't know. It was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, he was himself in the movie because he raced in the race.
Yep.
He was Crew Jones, and he was Aunt Becky.
Yep. He did most 99.9% of all the stunt riding flat landing in that movie.
Yeah.
They said that when they announced 20 riders at the top of Hell Track, they said you only count 19 because he couldn't do his part and Crew Jones at the same time, so only 19 riders. I'm like, who's going to catch that? It's like 0.2 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, that's one thing back in the day. I don't think you paused it on a VHS, it'd probably get all blurry right there, and you couldn't see it anyways.
trying to watch them channels you didn't
channels
get back in the day. You know what I'm talking about.
The channels between channels.
Yeah, got that last channel setup button so you can just hit it. Somebody walk in on you. You know what I'm talking about.
You're that.
Not that I've ever done it. I've heard of people. I've heard
things.
Yeah. But watching Rad, that was the good stuff.
Yep.
It's Chevrolet had that movie on lock. The Mongoose Team Riders were rolling in a Suburban.
Yep.
Aunt Becky's rolling in a 2-door 4-wheel drive S10 Blazer. They were giving away a Corvette for the win. And I can't really think of nothing else that they used in that movie. They had a bunch of, because it's set in the 80s.
Yeah, it's 86.
So.
It was probably filmed in 85, 86.
Had a couple of Toyotas stuff in there. But I'm watching in the background looking for Fox bodies and Camaros.
When they're new.
Yeah, and like
there was
Toyota.
an IROC because, what's his name? The bad guy from Mongoose, he was driving an IROC, wasn't he? Yellow IROC? Somebody come rolling in an IROC with the T-tops.
Oh, yeah.
But the twins were in the car with him. Well, they were in the Corvette with him, but I thought somebody came in an IROC.
The parade or whatever.
Yeah, in the parade.
Yeah.
Somebody
So Chevrolet had that movie on lock back in the 80s.
There's the 86 IROC, the 86 Corvette they were giving away.
They didn't do nothing cool with any of them. They just hauled BMX bikes.
That was product placement.
But that's kind of the point of the movie, to watch BMX bikes. I had a BMX bike, and it was a Mongoose.
I had a red line.
But I sucked at riding it because fixed gearing blows trying to trail ride on a BMX bike. You're pumping so hard, it's like the pedals hitting the ground and the handlebars almost hitting the ground because you have to pump it so hard to get it to go anywhere.
The struggle was real.
And I'm like, it'd just be easier to be fat.
Yeah.
I was like, plus if you're kind of chunky, you get that downhill speed.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's just the uphills that suck.
Yeah.
And stairs. That's why they invented escalators.
Yeah. Skateboards weren't friendly to the hefty kids.
I didn't like skateboards.
Just speed wobble.
Never
High
did.
CG.
Never did learn to skate. Never did learn to rollerblade. I was like, never been skiing.
I went skating
never
with the
been
kids
snowboarding.
when I was, for the first time when I was 40. Yeah.
Like
actual skating on skates, not skateboard.
I went to a couple of skate parties for people's birthdays, but I didn't skate. I was that dude clutching the wall.
Yeah.
And everybody else is out there just getting their roller
I was
rink.
getting lapped by the 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I looked like a total dunce. I took my skates off and went and played arcade games. I wasn't good at those either.
So
I'm trying to think of what I was good at. I don't think it was a whole lot.
No.
But I was there. I participated. I was in the background.
I was there during the 80s, and I was there for all the cool
born
RC
in the
stuff.
80s.
All the stuff that we're reliving now.
Yeah. This renaissance of 80s.
Yeah.
I didn't care too much for the hot, flashy neon colors and swoops
Think about
and swipes.
it really aged you. I got my RC10 when the RC10 was only, I think the RC10 was 4 years old when I got mine. I got it in 86 or 87.
Yeah.
There is a video on my channel from the skating rink days. It's way on back there. The channel's been around for 15 years. So it goes on back. And this video is from the 80s. My dad was a lot like me. He documented a lot of everything. And
He was on to something. He was hoping that you'd do something and land him on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yep.
And it might still happen.
I was just talking about that today. I got a home movie from 1968 or 69. And Dad was filming.
I've got photo albums. So
It's on disc now.
Yeah, I don't have any video of nothing.
It ain't
It's
even on a
all-
stick. It's even now disc or old school.
I just got pictures, like big fat photo albums of everybody.
Yeah, we got those too. We got
was kicking
a
back in the
suitcase
day.
full of old pictures.
All the embarrassing pictures I don't remember posing for.
If you go back and watch my hometown tour video, way on back again, we do some crawling at the end. But then I do throw in a clip of me in 1981 riding bikes and jumping curbs.
81.
Yeah.
2 years before I was born. I was born in 83.
Back in the day. That's a long video. I should have split it up because the first half of us just walking around town. Then we went crawling, so it didn't make any sense. But at the end, since we did the hometown tour, I did throw in a home movie at the end of me and my brothers, me riding my brother's 20-inch bike, and I was only 6, 7 years old, jumping curbs.
It was good times.
Yeah.
I mean,
same thing Eddie Fuel explained in that video. We were doing the same thing. Buddy had a Huffy, whatever, Schwinn sissy bar or banana seat bike.
Out.
Put the single seat on it, put the BMX handlebars on it, put knobby tires on both ends, painted the frame blue. And my brother was the BMX hero back in the day. He was about almost 8 years older, 10 years older than me. So he was the cool kid that was jumping picnic tables. And there's some of that on there.
I mean,
yeah.
I might be able to bunny hop. I mean, I'll probably be doing cool tricks and stuff as I'm crashing.
I don't have a lot of video to cut down here.
That'd be all right. This is what people want to see. They just want to see.
We didn't have to go live and do this. We need to go live at the hobby shop when you're working on Saturday and just piss Matt off.
I just don't know when that'll be.
Because you have real jobs.
Yeah, real jobs picking up because it's tax season and everybody's got to buy go fast parts for their real hot rods. And they are, I think we're right around 300,000 here lately for every week. Basically like a 5-day work week. We're doing close to 300 grand every week.
So
they're doing 300 grand.
Yeah,
I'm not doing 300
You're putting it in a box.
Yeah, I'm putting it in a box and shipping it. I've shipped to Iceland this week. I've shipped to, within the last month, I've shipped to Iceland, Australia, South Korea. Ain't sending nothing north. Nobody in north.
Build no LSs up there.
Nobody in north has a C6,
no.
except for maybe the lead guy.
Yeah.
But South Korea though, I've shipped Corvette stuff to Japan, which is pretty cool. I got one that's getting ready to go to upper part of Alaska. I've got stuff out the yin yang going to different parts of the world. It's wild what people own in different parts of the world. And most of them are Corvettes for some reason.
I guess in the wintertime, you got a long winter to play with your hot rod in Alaska. Because depending on where you're at, it's dark for 6 months.
Got some good HID headlights or LED headlights. That's all I need, as an upgrade for that car.
We sell headlights and underglow.
Just so you can see that mess in the dark, because it's all time dark. But yeah, we can do, if I can ever get back to doing a Saturday at Anderson's, we can go down there and do something.
Yeah, I hope that I can do the open house thing. Because it's the week before Cooper's race. I got to divide my weekends up.
I think that's probably when Streetcar Bragging Rights at Rockingham is.
18th?
Yep. Go figure.
There's always something. There's too much stuff going on week to week here lately.
And they're going to have a stick shift class down there at Rockingham.
So. And I'm not sure what, it might be the week before is the Rockingham O'Reilly series with Cletus at Rockingham.
Well, if he's going to be there for that, more than likely he's going to stay the whole week and be there for bragging rights, because there's a lot of
stick shift.
Of stick shift guys, so he will more than likely be there in Leroy the Savage.
He's racing Rockingham.
Because where I work, Tick Performance, shameless plug, we've got a lot of guys that are in the 6-second stick shift range. One of our customers just reset the world record for Corvettes this past weekend in Texas. And he actually has 2 cars now that he's campaigning in his stick shift category. He's got a white C6 named Betty White, and he's got a black C7 that's a big inch, small block, hour transmission, and it's an F4 crank-driven Pro Charger, so it's the biggest Pro Charger they make. That's a crank drive, and that car is somewhere between 2,500 to 3,000 horsepower, and I think he went like a 655 at 219 or 220.
scooting.
Yeah. So just about everybody that's not an import, so the Hondas and the DSM or Eagle Talon, Red Demon, all the manual domestic cars, most of them are running our transmissions or they're running our parts that we make. They're either running our shifter or our billet front plate or something that we make up at Tick Performance. So it's pretty cool to see that we have that big of a hold in a certain small section of the class. But if you've never watched it,
That's a big stage. That's
stick
a big
shift
time.
racing is pretty awesome because you just don't know. It's not breakout racing.
No.
It's run everything that you can as fast as you can, and the biggest like equal factor is everybody's got to be H pattern. It's like a normal manual transmission in your regular car. You first is here, second straight back, third's over and up.
It ain't power glide where you hold the button and let go. You got to make it go.
Now most of these cars are 4-speed stick shift, so we take out 5th and 6th overdrives because you don't need them for drag racing.
You'll run out of the track.
Yeah, you'll never hit 6 in those cars. But I mean, they're going through the traps from dead stop to 1,300 or right at 1,300 feet in 6. I think the record right now is still like 6.45 seconds at 221 mile an hour.
Yeah, so 0 to 220 in 6 seconds.
And it's actually the fast guy is in a first gen S10, Nick Coleman. So everybody that's like, well, man, all Cletus needs is aerodynamics. Yeah, his car Leroy needed aerodynamics, but aerodynamics don't play that big of a factor when the fast car is a truck and it's a brick.
Yeah.
It's this running 221
square body truck?
Yes, first gen.
So it's a square S10.
Yeah, it's like 86.
The round one I give them maybe.
But it's still stock dimensions. It's not altered.
Yeah, it's not a funny car.
It's lowered down. It's black. It's got purple wheels. It looks awesome. That dude blew up his motor, bought another block, built that engine overnight, put it back in the truck, and went back out and set like a mile-per-hour record. That's the level of commitment that some of these guys have in this racing industry.
Yeah, they're not racing for stickers like we are.
Yeah, or your picture taken with a
on
plaque.
Facebook.
Like, and then you have to give the plaque back.
Yeah.
We're doing this for fun. He does a lot more racing than I do. I like doing bashing, crawling. Used to do drifting, but
I used to do a lot of racing, but it just doesn't fit in the life schedule anymore. I don't know how I did it when I did it, but we did. It was every weekend. If you weren't at the track, it didn't feel right.
I mean, it's just, I have that competitive nature just like anybody else does. It's just,
it's dealing with the other people. There are some certain group that
yeah, I ain't trying to out nobody.
that want to fight for some reason.
Yeah.
Over a toy car.
I watched a dude smash a radio because he got mad one time, and I'm like, you know, that's your radio. Like,
yeah. Well,
you broke your own thing. Like, why would I take this? Or why would I take this? It's a lot. This is actually more money than this. Why would I take and get mad and wing this across the room?
That'll show me.
Yeah. I mean, I can go out there and kick a rock. You know, just as good.
Go.
I've seen some people lose their cool over racing toy
cars on the track, and we've had some incidents at the Speedway years ago. Guys out there fighting in the parking lot up against their real cars, knocking dents in the doors.
No.
Having to run bodyguard one night down at the other track after a breakout Legends race. Hey guys, don't leave. They're waiting on me at the end of the street.
Not me, myself, and I. That's why I will go to bashing and crawling and running some of this old stuff just because, or getting into monster trucks. And
the vintage scene has really got me back because of the chill factor. Yeah. There are racers, but at the end of the day, everybody's smiling. So,
because you're having fun.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of all this, is just to have fun.
I had fun running my dirt car the other week, the dirt oval, but I wrenched on that thing for a while, and now I got to do a lot more wrenches now that I'm home. But I gained, but that wasn't fun working all day trying to gain a 10th. But I got there. Now I need 2 more.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll have to do a podcast one time. Where we actually,
it shouldn't be too hard. We
just
should
go live.
We should try to do a podcast again with Carpies or somebody. And
yeah, we need to get Smith involved. We'll have to edit that down some though. He might not want all his business, but he's got some stories. He's got some cool stories. Yeah.
Be nice if we had one of his old cars.
I wish we'd have had a camera when we all went out to eat back year 4 last at Thanksgiving. I don't care if I ever see another RC car. Remember that time? And that back when we was pulling that car and we was pulling a trailer in a blizzard and was going to Ohio to race carpet and
we had more money in the vehicle than what the vehicle's
we had
worth.
$20,000 for the RC equipment heading a whippoorwill in the back of a 300,000-mile Volvo.
Driving like $1,200.
Yeah, driving 8 hours with $10,000 worth of RC equipment in the back of a $1,200 car.
It happens.
So
it absolutely happens.
Yeah, we got lots of stories we can get with. And Smith's a multinational champion. He's got some stories. We need to try to do that one time.
We could even do it. It'd be
He's
nice.
kind of camera shy, but we can just get him talking and not telling him.
Maybe we can get meta glasses and not tell him he's being filmed.
Yeah,
because I do a.
And then we'll get his approval after. So if you see it, then it's approved. We're not going to. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll get his approval after y'all see it, and then we'll be like, "Hey, remember that time you was on our channel or Greg's channel? That's you get on there. You don't know nothing about that."
No.
Yeah, Greg. Chris would be a good one.
Yeah.
I wish some of the other guys were still around. Like Rufty would have been a good one.
Yeah. Because Rufty was one of them that did get one of those little incidents where the side of his van got caved in. Mm-hmm. From an incident on the track. He wasn't even his fight. It was somebody else was fighting and they got into his car.
Jackie Leak would have been an interesting interview.
Yeah. Bobby Beard.
Yeah, Bobby Beard.
So I do have one little clip of interview on one of the old videos. If you go back and look at the Rock Hill race or Fort Mill, they have a little Bobby Beard action in that one. But yeah, we got a lot of stories, and like I said, we're at that age. A lot of people are starting to fall off. So
yeah, we just found out the other day that another guy that we knew that raced with us or raced with Greg more than me, he's no longer with us, and I think he was like 52, 53 years old.
Right there with me.
So I was like, well, if my surgery and everything didn't go well all those years ago, I probably wouldn't be sitting
here either.
So maybe I should lay back on the Sprites and peanut butter cookies and up the walking and the good stuff. But I'm hanging in there. Quadruple bypass to do that for you. Don't let them tell you differently.
That's right.
Get them fresh veins in there.
Yeah, get the fresh pipes.
Dude, when I lay my head on the pillow at night to go to sleep, that band's playing a strong song. Thump, 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 thump. I'm like, yeah, baby, listen to that baby pump.
It didn't kill you, it made you stronger.
Exactly. It'd be like sitting in a chair trying to watch something, and all of a sudden I'll feel my heartbeat like jiggling me like I got a cam and something. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, is this a small earthquake? And then I realize it's my heart beating. I'm like,
what is it? It's not high blood pressure.
Yeah. I don't have high blood pressure no more. Baby aspirins take care of that unit.
Yep.
I was on such a high dose of aspirin, I had to take a pill to counteract the high dose of
God
aspirin.
forbid you prick a finger or something, you probably bleed to death.
Yeah. It'd just be like a water fountain.
Yeah.
I stabbed myself at work with a little piece of sliver of metal Saturday. I went to go pick up a flywheel to a clutch. And there must have been one sticking out. And I went, and then I looked and it was just tink sticking out. And I was like, plop. And then I just watched it go, blub, blub, blub. And I'm like, really? Come on now. Clop. Stupid little baby aspirin had me leaking like a sieve.
You get your old body shop Band-Aid, get some masking tape and a paper towel.
I just did like this and went over and run it under some warm water. And I mean, it was the tiniest little hole, needle prick. But you talking about sharp.
You're running that 0.16 in there.
Joker, that baby was sharp. But yeah, we'll be back again next week. I'll try to make this something that I try to get involved in.
We live far apart. That's the problem. And
yeah, I'm in
we
Mount
may
Airy.
end up further apart. We're about an hour apart. So
yeah, it's not that bad. Right now, like I left Pilot Mountain after getting that Sprite and peanut butter cookie.
If you know
Allegedly.
what Mount Pilot is, this is worldwide.
Yeah, Mount
If you watch
Pilot.
Andy Griffith.
See, I work in Mount Airy, which is considered Mayberry, Andy Griffith show, that's what that show's based on, the town. And that's the biggest tourism that there is for that town is Andy Griffith show.
But anyway,
So I work in Mayberry, got off work at 6 o'clock, went to the Civic Center in the big town of Pilot Mountain, went and did my 2-mile loop for the old ticker, then went and got gas, got my Sprite and peanut butter cookie.
said cookies.
And then I think I left there at like 7:40 and then made it here in 29 minutes.
Here about 8:15ish.
Yeah, give or take. So
Yeah,
it wasn't
give or
bad.
Yeah.
But if you move, it's still not going to be the end of the world. I'll be closer to barbecue.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. So I'll try to make this something that I can do when I can do it. We'll try to see about getting other guests
That
in
moving
here.
thing is a little nugget there. That's coming soon.
Yeah.
Future next.
And it's
the next
not
6 months or so.
Not the end of the world if you know what he does. He's moving back to his old place,
Yeah.
and then slowly but surely he'll have another
Big
shop.
secret. I have 2 houses.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know her asking for money for my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Well,
so he can afford his second house, his summer getaway home in Lexington.
Yeah.
Which is how far from here? 25, 30 minutes?
It's 35 minutes because I drive there to work every day.
Now, how close will the work commute be?
And it will turn into 10
versus 35.
versus 35. So, all right. We'll wrap that up, and then we'll I'll go in there and edit a bunch of this down to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Yeah.
What is it? Where's it come from? What does it do?
All right. I got a lot to whittle on.
You ain't got to whittle nothing.